wasn't aware public Telegram chat rooms are public and could be searched easily. Then, in a post by Maximiliano Furtman, he came out saying that the cryptocurrency theft from a cancer patient that sparked the crypto community's outrage today was carried out through this game with malware that drained wallets. The community started investigating, and they're pointing the finger at a young Argentine self-proclaimed influencer who lives in Miami, who today deleted his Instagram account with all his photos of luxury cars and references mindfulness. Massive, bro. And then he followed up by saying, I won't give out the name until there's some more concrete investigations or evidence for now. I haven't seen it. The fact is, he deleted all of his accounts as sufficient proof that he's the culprit. It could be proof that he's being attacked and got scared. His account had a message saying, I'm a millionaire influencer Miami bro, with some mindful messages, and you can if you want to. And he was seeking influencers and brands to advise them on marketing nonsense to make you look like him. There was no content related to crypto nor Ponzi schemes, nor did he sell courses like the total Ponzi bro guy, even though some of his posts had a similar profile. Also, his profile didn't indicate any connection to the video game industry, which is how the robbery was carried out. Let's wait for something more to come up. But others on the internet were not convinced by that. They found him and posted his name. And as of now, all of this is still alleged. But again, unless the scammer spent a year flexing for validation as another guy in a different chat room, odds are this is the guy. So, as of right now, the main suspect is Valentin Bustin. He looked like him. There was no content related to crypto nor Ponzi schemes, nor did he sell courses like the Colo Ponzi Bro guy, even though some of his posts had a similar profile. Also, his profile didn't indicate any connection to the video game industry, which is how the robbery was carried out. Let's wait for something more to come up. But others on the internet were not convinced by that. They found him and posted his name. And as of now, all of this is still alleged. But again, unless the scammer spent a year flexing for validation as another guy in a different chat room, odds are this is the guy. So, as of right now, the main suspect is Valentin Lopez from Argentina, but apparently he lives in Miami. And he's not busy doing dances with his girl, he's allegedly scamming cancer patients and celebrating that in clubs. The screenshot that went viral of him celebrating in the club the night that happened to him had his name looked out. But his profile picture was there, and that profile picture matches up with his Kick profile picture. And even though he scrubbed his TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram account, he did have re-uploads of his TikTok still up on his YouTube account. So if you compare the watch and tattoos of the TikTok video with that screenshot of him celebrating in the club, you can see it's the exact same watch, which is a vintage 36mm white gold Rolex Presidential, and obviously the same tattoos. But he quickly made it into responding to all the allegations. Blend server.
Absolutely disgusting. Sick in my stomach. And someone's using my image to relate to this case. It is absolutely disgusting. So, and
yeah, I don't know if I buy this. There was zero emotion here. Apparently, it was reported with ICE and the FBI by a bunch of people online, so I have a feeling that we'll find out 100% sooner than later. But this is just one of those sad stories that thankfully had a happy ending, but it's actually going in Rastaland TV's favor. Unfortunately for the other victims, though, I doubt they'll be this lucky, which is why I hope the people behind this are prosecuted to the full extent of the law. And the dude who reverse engineered the drainers says people are being extorted and so on currently. So clearly, a lot of these guys are panicking. Because again, this guy wasn't the only guy, he just seemed to be the main guy. But either way, they just completely made their own bed here, and this is just yet another reminder that you're not as anonymous as you think you are on the internet. So let's not go around scamming people. That would be great, especially not stage 4 cancer patients. But other than that, I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace.
Want to turn hair loss into hair gains? With Hims, discover a range of prescription treatments, like the Blitz spread, longer faster, so you can regrow hair in just 3 to 6 months at Hims.com.
I saw this commercial for GoSeeJack.com. I kept hearing that voice in my head. Go see Jack.
Finally, I just decided I created see what the big deal was. It's great to have one website for all the Cactus Jack dealerships in town.
Cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, Jeeps.
You can choose from one right on the website in like 15 minutes.
They don't even change it already. There was no cut inside. So put it up. Visit GoSeeJack.com.
Oh, it's just a click away. Come get the facts at GoSeeJack.com.
TikToker faked the story about Ray William Johnson being her father and slandered her being a deadbeat father, tricking millions of people on the internet into believing her. And now, she's trying to capitalize on the controversy by selling a course on how to do the exact same thing. Hands down, one of the sociopathic things I've seen done on the internet for a while. And while this whole situation began a few months ago at the end of May, an update from a few weeks ago quickly escalated this from being about a TikToker making a stupid video and doubling down 12 times to a TikToker solidifying herself as an absolute scumbag. So, unfortunately, TikToker fabricated the entire guy's story to try to become famous off of his name, and now it hasn't worked. It seems like she is attempting to at least make a quick buck. And the guy we're talking about today is Ray William Johnson. The dude is essentially the godfather of YouTube talk shows and more reactionary commentary on YouTube. And he's the first creator to ever hit 5 million subscribers, and he did so with his show called Equals 3. But according to Vanessa, he's also the deadbeat dad of the long-lost daughter he never wanted. Those are some absolute wild accusations just to throw out there on TikTok for millions of people to see. Also, massive spoiler alert, he's not, and everything Vanessa claims is a complete lie, as this woman is literally crazy. It's just extremely apparent that she will lie for any attention at all, but unfortunately, because her video has 15 million views and over 800,000 likes, there's a lot of people who believe this. And now, people actually need videos debunking it, because there's so many people that actually believe it at this point. And while this situation started a few months ago, she's still actively slandering the guy. So I guess let's just start from the top, where at the end of May, she drops this original video with these crazy allegations.
This guy, he's my dad, and he abandoned me. This is Ray William Johnson. He's from Oklahoma. He's super famous on YouTube. Now Ray, my dad, used to study in Columbia University. So this guy, he's my dad, and he abandoned me. This is Ray William Johnson. He's from Oklahoma. He's super famous on YouTube. Now Ray, my dad, used to study in Columbia University. My mom went there too. She grew up in England, but moved to New York to study. My mom, they started dating. They hung out all the time. Here's a photo of them at a bar having fun. They both had big dreams.
Man, you're in your time. This is straight up impossible for you to get. So, right up to that, this style is almost a straight content format, which she's a bit of, but that is that way. So you I mean, just look at how her past TikTok is not surprised. She tried to back in the minutes and tried to back out success. Since she started her account, she's clearly been lying for views.
My boyfriend we cheated on him. It was a mistake. Rich. I like to see it. Get with the best providers.
Clearly, this is rage bait, but I also think it's natural for her to act someone who's unlikable because people will genuinely think about this one. Yeah, okay. Then she pivoted to this whole pick-me genre to appeal to, I guess, a male audience.
Women are the problem. Not weird. Instead of injecting their lips, I weird. Get with the best providers.
Clearly, this is rage bait, but I also think it's natural for her to act someone who's unlikable because that's the only genuine thing about this woman. Yeah, okay. But then she pivoted to this whole pick-me genre to appeal to, I guess, a male audience.
Women are the problem, not men. Instead of injecting your lips and putting your skin behind your ears to make yourself look younger, fix your attitude. Men don't want to recycle plastic.
But I guess those videos did not get her the attention she wanted. If only she just took her own advice there and fixed her attitude. But instead, she just decided to go on with her next desperate attempt.
In the neighborhood aspect of building business, you think big. We're making the swag shop a global brand and have determined never to lose the value of this neighborhood.
But instead, she just decided to go on with her next desperate attempt. Because Vanessa, in her most desperate attempt at clout chasing yet, makes this elaborate story claiming that Ray is her deadbeat father. And we're not talking about, like, some speculation, like, hey, like my dad. No. She says nonsense, and she's, like, some story around it. Like, with the amount of, like, building and crafting here, think that she's like some sort of like Wattpad fanfic writer. But on top of that, she used a whole load of AI-generated photos for immersion, full timeline of events, backstory, drama, and of course completely ripped off Ray's style of making videos.
And Ray thought my mom was fine, so they started dating. They hung out all the time. Here's a photo of them at a bar having fun. They both had big dreams.
Honestly, marrying a popular influencer must be such a bizarre experience because one day you decide to take a photo celebrating your 2-year anniversary with your love, and then 7 years later, some clout-chasing psycho photoshops you out of the photo and replaces you with your love. You don't speak about your love being her deadbeat father. The amount of whiplash and how you a person, saying that out loud makes me feel insane. So I can only imagine how Ray and his wife feels about this situation. But how much worse can this get? A whole lot worse. Except my actual video might get a little bit better because I realized I forgot to turn on my studio. So all my lighting might have just got a little bit better. This story just gets so much worse.
Ray wanted to be a YouTuber, and my mom wanted to work in film. They were both working really hard towards their dreams. Until my mom realized she had a period in 3 weeks. She was scared to take a pregnancy test, but eventually she did. And yep, she was pregnant with me. Surprise! She called Ray and said, "Hey, can we meet up? I want to talk." Ray said, "Sure." They met in a park. They saw a sweet family playing together. Mom said, "Oh, that's so cute. Do you ever want to be a dad?" Ray said, "Oh, hell no." He said his childhood was tough. He didn't want to have kids. He just wanted to focus on his career. So the mom said, "Well, I'm pregnant and I don't need an abortion." And Ray was like, "What the f***? You better get an abortion or I'm breaking up with you." And my mom's like, "Well, my body, my choice." So Ray said, "Well, I'm dumping your stinky ass." And that left my mom heartbroken.
That is such a wild quote to just make up about someone. And again, 15 million people saw this on TikTok by itself, and 800,000 people liked this video. Meanwhile, on Facebook, you have over 5 million people who've seen it. And the story just sounds like it was ripped straight out of some Tumblr-era fanfiction post. Honestly, at this point, the only thing she's missing here is her mom selling her to One Direction or something. And thankfully, I mean, looking at the comments of the original video, it seems like a lot of people agree that this is just absolutely insane. But I guess just for the sake of covering the story, let's go over her claims. This is all fake, but apparently Ray met her mom in college, got her pregnant, demanded an abortion, dumped her, but she refused, and then he was racist. Then, according to her, he headed back to England and raised her in Holland, while Ray became a mega famous YouTube star. She then didn't together back in 2002, made her plans see a little bit more shit, except, again, this was actually Ray and his wife back in 2018. Then before you know it, the internet starts treating this like an episode of Jerry Springer. Some of the comments were 100% convinced that this was legit, while the majority of people, thankfully, could smell some BS here. But also, as I'm sure that you're aware, the internet often doesn't really care about how true something could be if the story is wild enough, so they'll go with anything. So of course, people just started sending waves of hate towards Ray, calling him a terrible father, a scum, a rat, you know, all the kind of stuff. And then you also see later and this eventually does something that, you know, she never actually mentions in any of the videos, any other descriptions, or any follow-up posts that it is in fact a joke. No, she's just going all in on the story. Because in her literal next video, instead of backing down and going, whoa, now this is all a joke, don't send hate to Ray, guys, no, she doubled down. So first, we got this post showing that she was actively trying to get Ray to respond. And then we get this video, which is just another double down and blatant lie.
I didn't take the video down. He was going to take legal action, and that we should keep family business within the family. But I have one solution. Take a DNA test. You're avoiding it. Instead of owning it, you're trying to make me look bad.
Yeah, everything about this video is a lie. Email does not exist, and obviously her entire story is a lie. Ray has never contacted her in any form other than making one video responding to her. She's an outright pathological liar that will do anything for some attention on the internet. But unfortunately, as I mentioned earlier, since her content spreading lies has gone extremely viral, it forced Ray to respond to this, and he completely debunks all of her claims. First, he points out that in 2002, not only did YouTube not exist, but he wasn't in college yet either, which makes her story impossible from the jump, since it was back in 2010 when Ray was actually uploading vlogs during his senior year of college. So not only is there proof that she lied, but it's also just publicly available.
One, I didn't go to college in 2002. My senior year was 2010. I used to blog about it very publicly. It says it on my frickin' Wikipedia page. He began posting videos on YouTube during college. YouTube wasn't around in 2002. Two, this image that's, again, supposedly from 2002, you're telling me that I've looked the exact same as I do now for the past 23 years? Really? 3. Since I was in college around 2010 and I got someone pregnant that year, allegedly, that would mean that that baby now in 2025, that baby is 15 years old. This woman is not 15 years old. This woman is at least 35.
Yeah, she really had Ray looking like a Funko Pop in her version of that photo. But if you thought all of this would be over after Ray finally debunking everything, then you would be extremely. I don't know how, but she was very discarded. Like she this on a Facebook there. Doubling down yet again. Yeah, man, that looks so real. I mean, this is like, I'm laughing here, but this is just so creepy. Like, how did this again, Vanessa even started a TikTok
yes, sir,
so she could add more details to the story?
But that's okay. That's what you think. That's your opinion. DNA test. We can do a DNA test. I'll pop through it on my own. And by the way, like, I'm just saying he's a bad dad. But I personally think if you don't want to be a dad, you should have that right. Because if women want to have an abortion, they'll have an abortion. So I'm not hating anyone.
These meals changed everything for me. I'll admit it, I was skeptical about ready-to-eat meals, but then I tried Factor, and after one bite, I was sold. Everything is fresh, flavorful, and honestly, just feels good to eat. You can tell these meals are made by real chefs. I love that they have meals that fit my needs. Whether it's low carb, high protein, or Mediterranean, I don't have to think about what's for dinner. It's all taken care of, and it actually tastes amazing. Chef prepared meals delivered fresh. Try Factor. You might be surprised too.
come on with this fucking internet, dude. Holy
This is
shit.
so far beyond a parody or a joke. This is just straight up disgusting. This is stalker-like obsession, and would definitely pass as targeted harassment. I mean, the fact that Vanessa had the arrogance to demand a DNA test and respond to what
Who the
Ray had
fuck was shooting at me?
child support, that's just
Why would it be super child support? Do the super child support because mom didn't have money for lawyers. And like she tried to get like free lawyers. But like she like they weren't really helpful because if you don't pay for things, you're not gonna get the best lawyers. So the one didn't see a point in it. She just thought like I'd rather dedicate my life into raising my child than chasing a man who doesn't want to be a father. So she basically chose motherhood over chasing Ray.
Also, notice how a bunch of the comments are believing her and wanting her to bring her father on to continue to expose Ray for something that's not even remotely true. And she even continues to claim that she had more receipts.
Here's the thing, I won't say the emails, I have receipts.
Thank
You
you.
guys have to wait till the next video. I'm spilling the tea now. You guys have to wait. I got all the receipts and it's coming in the next video.
Yeah, making up drama for Cloud isn't new, but targeting a marriage, a public brand, and millions of fans, that's just a special kind of reference, because that's how you go from trending to congratulations, you've been served real quick. And eventually, she does post some sort of like confession video, and it is pretty much what you would imagine with an influencer apology, because she obviously didn't think that anyone would take it seriously, even though she saw how seriously people were taking it and still didn't do anything about it and only wanted to farm more clout off of it. And she was also like, impatient about growing her channel and focused 100% on her. And the fact that she's trying to blame people for losing her when she lied and doubled down like 10 or 12 times, that's not a good defense.
So guys, I lied. Obviously, Ray William Johnson is not my dad. The Ray William Johnson is my dad video was my last shot at making something happen on social media. I got impatient with my channel and I was always at controversy. It always blows up on social media because people love the drama. And I thought, maybe my moment. I knew the video was fake. And I thought it was obvious. I didn't think through the consequences. I definitely didn't expect Ray to get that much hate.
Yeah, I mean, between her TikTok, her Facebook, and several cryptos, over 25 million people have seen her slander Ray. She also continued to double down over and over and over again after it went viral. So she has no defense here. And you know, it's
No fucking way, yo.
It's going viral, and that's just where the critical thinking ends. Because they have an awful idea and then cry when it blows up in their face. And I mean, at no point does she even understand she could cause